I pranked my twin with a fake baby and she totally lost it. I, 28F, have an identical twin sister named Kira, and let me tell you, growing up with her was like living inside a tornado wrapped in a paintbrush. We look exactly alike, but our personalities couldn't be more different. I was the responsible twin, the one who made detailed plans, turned in homework on time, and generally tried to keep life steady and predictable. Kira, she was the wild card, a chaotic artist who thrived on creativity, impulse, and riding whatever wave of adventure came her way. She floated through school and life on charm and talent, leaving me to pick up the pieces after her wild ideas blew up. To put it bluntly, I was the serious sister. She was the reckless one. Our differences have always been obvious, but the biggest gap between us has been responsibility. I took it seriously: jobs, school, family obligations, you name it. Kira, not so much. She joked she was too creative for rules and routines. I just called it avoiding grown-up stuff. It was frustrating, honestly. There were times I wished she'd just take things a little more seriously, but that was Kira wild and free and stubborn. And of course, growing up as twins meant everyone constantly compared us. Teachers, relatives, even strangers are always trying to figure out which one was better or smarter. I was the good kid, the achiever, the one they expected to succeed. Kira was the one who broke the mold, sometimes spectacularly, sometimes painfully. Fast forward to last year when I had my daughter, Lily. She's 6 months old now, and I love her more than I ever thought possible. But motherhood has been brutal. Sleep deprivation is insane. The constant anxiety, wondering if she is breathing right. Is that rash serious? The endless cycle of feeding, cleaning, rocking her to sleep, and listening to every little noise to make sure she's okay. It wears you down. Every cry or whimper sends my heart racing. I'm on edge nearly all the time, sometimes barely holding myself together. Kira, she thinks all this is hilarious. She's childless by choice and proud of it. She often cracks snarky jokes about how overdramatic I am about Lily. Stuff like, how hard can it be? She just sleeps and poops. Or, babies are basically like plants, right? She even said outright, if I had Lily for a weekend, I'd be a way better mom than you. Bet she wouldn't cry once. That line stung. It was disrespectful, dismissive, and honestly kind of hurtful. Like she was trivializing the whole exhausting, beautiful nightmare that is motherhood. It felt like she was laughing at the part of my life I treasured most but also feared every single day. I won't lie, I got a little vindictive. Years ago, for a college psychology class, I bought this hyper-realistic silicone baby doll. It's freaky lifelike. It cries, moves its arms and legs, has a timer for feeding and diaper changes, weighs exactly as much as Lily, and honestly, it freaks most people out because it looks so real. It was supposed to help students practice parenting skills in a safe way. When Kira begged me to babysit, Lily alone, just for one day, so she could prove she could handle it. I agreed, but secretly swapped Lily out for the doll. I told my husband to take Lily to a hotel for the day and assured Kira she was going to have some real bonding time with her niece. About 3 hours after Kira took the doll home, my phone blew up with panicked messages. Why won't she stop crying? The bottle won't work. She's foaming at the mouth. What is happening? I think she's broken. Seriously, what do I do? I didn't respond. I was curious to see how far this would go. Then I got a video call. Kira was a complete wreck, crying, holding the doll upside down, shaking it like it was a broken toy and begging, "What do I do?" I hung up and waited 30 more minutes before going to her apartment. When I arrived, I gasped loudly, clutching my chest dramatically, and said, "What did you do to Lily?" She looked like she might throw up, her face pale and eyes wide with panic. I let her stew for a solid 5 minutes, just watching her stress spiral out of control. Then I finally said, "Kidding. She's a doll." She didn't say a word. She got up, walked out of the room, and slammed the door behind her. Now, she's been giving me the silent treatment. My parents say I crossed the line, accusing me of weaponizing motherhood and traumatizing her. My husband calls it messed up but hilarious, which is pretty accurate. Honestly, I feel a little bad. But Kira spent months mocking me and my parenting struggles, acting like it was all a joke. Now she's had a harsh crash course in what real childcare feels like. Update 1, 3 days later. I didn't expect this story to blow up like it did. Some people think I'm a genius. Others call me a baby jigsaw or unhinged. Fair enough. Kira finally texted me. 3 words. You are sick. Guilty as charged. This morning, I dropped off a surprise gift on her doorstep. A box with the same doll, dressed in a custom onesie that says, "Best auntie ever," and a baby bottle filled with glitter. No response yet. Meanwhile, my mom has become a full drama queen. She insists I've fractured the twin bond and keeps trying to arrange a family sit-down like it's some kind of reality. TV intervention. Kira's best friend even texted me saying, "You know Kira cried and tried to feed the doll applesauce, right?" That somehow makes this both funnier and more heartbreaking. I think we need some time to cool off. Honestly, I'm not sorry. Not yet. Update 2, 1 week later. Guess who came crawling back? Not to me, no. She went straight to Lily. Kira showed up at my house with a bag full of baby toys and this embarrassed, sheepish grin. She said, "I figured I should meet the real one now that she's not made of silicone and nightmares." I let her in. She held Lily for almost 40 minutes, completely silent and wide-eyed. Finally, she said, "Okay, I get it. Babies are terrifying." I teased her, "Yeah, and you didn't even have the pooping." Screaming, middle of the night version. She smirked and said, "Still kinda hate you for this stunt, but also respect. We're calling a truce." She still flinches every time. Lily cries, and I catch her sneaking side. Eyes at the doll, who now sits on a little throne in our hallway like some twisted royal baby. Update 3, 1 month later. Things have been slowly getting better between us, though Kira still isn't exactly signing up for baby duty anytime soon. She's been coming over more often, helping out with small things, playing peekaboo with Lily, changing a diaper here and there, and even offering to babysit for an hour so my husband and I can grab coffee. Baby steps. We had a heart-to-heart one afternoon when she caught me looking exhausted while trying to soothe Lily during a crying fit. She said, "Look, I was a jerk about the whole thing. I didn't get it before, but now I see why you're so wound up all the time." I nodded, "Thanks. I know I went a bit overboard with the doll prank, but honestly, it was because you made it sound so easy." She laughed a little. Fair. I definitely underestimated it. And maybe I needed that doll crash course more than I realized. I smiled and said, "So, no more better auntie challenges?" She grinned. "Only if you promise not to replace Lily with creepy dolls again." We both laughed the kind of laugh that only twins who've been through storms together can share. The doll? It's still on the throne, a little reminder of that wild day and how far we've come. Update 4, 3 months later. Kira surprised me again this week. She signed up for a weekend baby basics class at the community center. She told me she wanted to better understand what I'd go through and be less clueless next time she's around Lily. She's even started making little art projects inspired by Lily handprint paintings, silly mobiles, and a scrapbook with photos and captions she writes herself. The artsy wildcard showing some serious dedication. We had dinner with our parents last weekend, and it was the first time in years I saw genuine warmth between us at the table, not just the usual tension and rivalry. Kira raised a glass and said, "To Lily, the baby who taught me how to grow up." I felt a little misty-eyed. Of course, the doll still sits on that throne, and sometimes, when Kira thinks no one's watching, I catch her whispering apologies to it as if it's a tiny, plastic judge of her progress. Petty? Absolutely. Effective? Way more than therapy. Would I do it again? Maybe, just maybe. Because sometimes, the best lessons come wrapped in silicone and glitter with a little bit of chaos. All right, that's all for now. Make sure you like and subscribe.